Thomas Weather.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Friday morning, happy Friday. It is the final day of November, and it's 25 degrees warmer out here this morning at 4:02 a.m. than it was yesterday morning at this time. We had 70 degrees yesterday, and I think we'll be 70 plus for the next 4 days. This is really a nice change. However, like I mentioned yesterday, sometimes when you have the warmer temperatures like this, you have to pay a price, and that leads to tomorrow's severe weather threat across the region. There are still many question marks about how this severe weather threat will unfold. There'll be certainly plenty of spin, all kinds of spin available for tornadoes tomorrow, so that's not an issue. But how much instability, that's the other factor we need. I'll explain what I'm talking about here, how that could be a limiting factor. Plus, we're not done with the temperature roller coaster yet. How about another plunge next week? Let's get started. On the map this morning, out in the southern plains, we see that ominous storm system, which will be the player late tonight and certainly during the daytime hours tomorrow here. The Storm Prediction Center has an enhanced risk of severe weather, including the threat of tornadoes over the Arklatex region. And as far east as the Alabama Gulf Coast, a marginal risk through 6 a.m. Saturday. High temperatures today will be fuel for the fire with 70s here in Alabama. I even see a few low 80s in portions of Mississippi and Louisiana today. So mostly cloudy day. I can't rule out an isolated shower here and there today and this evening, with today's high around 72 after yesterday's high of 70, tonight's low 60. And here's the setup tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. A warm front along the Gulf Coast is going to be a big player, and there's the cold front, which is nearing the Mississippi River. So the Storm Prediction Center now has a slight risk of severe weather, level 2, from Birmingham on southward to the coast, and that's where there could be the better threat of severe thunderstorms and possible tornadoes. Early Saturday morning, round 1 of the thunderstorms could be a limiting factor in round 2. In other words, that could work the atmosphere over, so we don't know the amount of instability that's going to be available for round 2. But here's round 2. This is just a snapshot at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon showing stronger storms, some of which will be rotating with the threat of tornadoes. So let's review. Tomorrow's severe weather risk, certainly abundant shear, that's spin supporting tornadoes, so that's not an issue. But the available instability is in question depending on round 1 early in the morning. The timeline, I think, from, let's say, late morning till late afternoon looks pretty good to me. So be weather aware tomorrow and be ready to take action and stay up on the watches and warnings. A lot of people are going to be out and about. You can do that with our weather app. Get it on your phone or tablet today with advanced interactive radar and push notifications for watches and warnings. It knows where you are, and you can stay on top of any warning instantly for your area. Now, how about how much rainfall? Well, some of us could see 1 to 2 inches of rain, a little heavier in the southeast counties, 2 to 3 inches, maybe closer to 4 inches, closer to the coast. Sunday, there will be a risk of showers continuing. It'll be a warm day. We're well into the 70s, maybe the mid-70s on Sunday, but there will be a few showers around. And then Monday, we're into the low 70s, but there is a cold front advancing southeastward, and that's going to bring a big change. Windy, much colder weather on Tuesday across the area as the front makes it into North Florida by then. So 90% chance of showers and thunderstorms. You could say 100% if you want. High of 73 tomorrow. We're up to about 74 Sunday. The nights are very warm. 72 Monday. Then it starts to turn windy and colder Tuesday, and Wednesday morning, low in the mid-30s, high around 54, and even colder by Thursday. So if you look at the GFS raw numbers, it's got the 70s for the next 4 days. I think that's right. Then it shows the cold front coming into the state Monday, sharply colder Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's got 20s again on Thursday morning. This is the next storm system behind the one we're talking about, so this is the following weekend. The following Saturday, it looks like another big deal storm system moving into the area. This is the last day of hurricane season, being that today is the last day of November, and we had a very active season with 15 named storms, 9 hurricanes, and 2 major hurricanes. The 2 major hurricanes, well, that would be Florence and Michael. So the only 2 major hurricanes affected the United States, unfortunately. So tomorrow morning, I will be up early with a blog update, the latest information on how this severe weather event could unfold, and we'll know a lot more tomorrow morning. The blog update, of course, shows up on your app instantly, on Facebook, on Twitter. It's all over the place. So check that out when you get up in the morning. Ryan Stinnett and I will be talking about this severe weather threat on TV this morning on the Alabama News Network, Channel 8 and Channel 32 at 5:50 a.m. Your forecast, whatever you wanted, across the dial on 8 radio stations, the Blue Water family of stations. Stay weather aware. Enjoy these warmer temperatures. This is nice, and we deserve it.
Rich Thomas Weather.